Hey guys, it's Dr. Curvy here, and we're back with another video. Happy New Year 2023, everybody. It's January 4 right now. So, I was gonna post something on January the 1st, but you know what? Let's just wait for the time. So, to make it special for the first video of 2023, I'm going to be playing a role that I will probably not be playing ever again, and that is tank support. Now, as an enchanter support main, this is a big deal, because Leona is probably one of the few supports in tank that I could play along with Alistair. So without further ado, let's get into this Leona video and how to carry with her. Oh, my mouse is here. Okay, so let's start with the items. Now, this is a screenshot, so I didn't really screenshot the other items, like the extra items. But we'll surpass that for now. Let's start talking about her abilities first. We don't have abilities here, but let's talk about it. You will see later in the gameplay that I maxed out my second skill first, which is that sun thing, and then her third skill, which is the root, the long sword, whatever, and then her last is her stun. And then your ultimate whenever you can. I think that's a good skill order maxing, because the more you level up the third skill, if you max it second, the longer the route is, and you can reach people from a distance. And you will see later on in the gameplay that I have used it to my potential, that the longness of the the route is very useful. And the stun is a short cooldown, so you don't really need it as much, especially if you're going to be building like haste on the majority of these items. But yeah, now let's move on to the build. Let's start with your items. Now, I added this recently, but if you watch the match replay later, I didn't really build Sunfire Cape. I realized that Leona is really good with Sunfire Cape, but this could change, because let's talk about the new item that's coming on patch 4.0, which the patch is probably going to be dropping when the battle pass is over, so like 8 to 7 days, which is Even Shroud. Did I say Even Shroud? Dawn Shroud. Oops, this is not PC. So, you get rewarded for being more aggressive in your plays, and you do more damage along with Leona's passive that will, plus that damage. So I think that item is really good for her as a starter. You can actually build that first, that new item, Even Shroud, along with probably Warmogs, and then, not Warmogs, Deadmans, and then this. Or you can pick one of each and then do what's that word? You can build your first 2 to 3 core items, which is Even Shroud, Sunfire, or Deadman's, and then your boots. And then for your last 3 items, it could be whatever the enemy team is having. Which in this case, the enemy team that I was facing was mostly MR. So you'll see me adapting, which is what I've told you guys many times. You need to adapt to the English, to the match. There we go. So yeah. So this is just like situational, because it is a general build. I didn't really signify the build depending on the video, so yeah. For your enchant, your boots can vary from CDR for Merc Treads. Like I said, depending on the enemy match. If there's more AD, build the armor. If there's more AP, build the Merc Treads. If there's a lot of what's that word, champions with less escape, you should pick the CDR, so you can spam your abilities more and your ult more, and the summoner spell passive cooldown. But yeah, your enchant, I love redemption still. I'm not over that yet, so redemption all the way for me. And plus Leona doesn't really have a heal aside from the spell, but you get more healing if you have that in case of emergencies. And I'm proud to say that I've gotten really good at landing my redemption, so it takes a lot of skill. So yeah, let's go for the runes. Obviously you take aftershock. You'll see later on in the beginning of this match that I did something great with it. Anyway, weakness is really good with her ultimate, when you hit the ultimate stun, or when you take a root, or when you take the first skill. This one, I forgot the name. It's really good for getting more tenacity, especially she is a tank, and the more HP as well, so this really complements her. And this one is whenever you get more movement speed whenever you have a team around you, considering Leona is mostly the one in the front. Considering she's gonna gain more movement speed from a team, that's this is really useful as well, especially when you're trying to chase someone and you just throw your third skill out. Especially when you max it second, the range is gonna be long. You just poof, catch them, and then they're gone. So yeah. But like I said, you can mix and match whatever complements you, or maybe you have some runes that I'm gonna burp. Maybe you have some runes that suit Leona to your playstyle. So yeah, but I personally like using this, and this is what I've been using mostly generally on my supports, this and this particularly. Leona's not really a mana hungry champion, so I just use this. Okay, so your spells I always take heal nowadays. I don't know why, ever since the Soraka era, I've been taking heal a lot. And yeah, and my ADC usually takes barrier or exhaust. So and if they know how to use the exhaust more, then they can use it. I get scared when there's a lot of assassins, but if there's like multiple assassins, I would take exhaust as well. It's like a double thing. But heal is just a useful tool, especially in skirmishes in the lane. I played a lot of games yesterday, and a lot of clutch fights happened, and then I saved it with the heal. So yeah. Without further ado, that was the that was the build. So let me know what you think of this build. Let's move on to the gameplay portion of the video. And we are here with the gameplay portion of this video. As you can see, at level 1 I get picked off by Pyke, but look at how it happened here. I live, Joe. This is Diamond Elo, by the way. Yeah. I don't know why I have the camera pointed at Samira. As you can see, the first item I bought was a cloth armor, because you know why, we are against a Ashe and a Pyke. So I bought the cloth armor first. I knew I should have bought the relic shield, and I did now, so don't worry about it. Yeah, Samira looks like she's getting killed over there. You guys know that I hate the relic shield, because I'm not really good at managing minions like that, you know, but I played Lulu after this, and you know, I think I'm getting good at it. This Pyke was too aggressive here. I went in with a party. Boom. I just realized this Samira has the Chroma Crash skin. Interesting. But yeah, also, what do you guys think of this new UI? I forgot to place my VTuber. Let me place my VTuber over here, live beyond the scene. Let's move him over here, I guess. What do you guys think of this setup? Let me just adjust the setup over here. Wow, you got a full look of me adjusting my settings. But what do you guys think of this setup? It looks like PC, right? That was the goal I was aiming for, you know, because a lot of people, the UIs who play Wild Rift, I'm like, when they show the replay gameplay, I'm like, it's kind of meh. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up for 2023 and make it look like PC. So, and that's what I did. I could surely fix that thing on the scoreboard, because look at the 0 on the enemy side. It looks kind of, you know, no space. But yeah, this was the setup. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about it. So now you can see what I'm maxing live on the video. As you can see here, I have the second skill maxing first. My summoner spells is over here, and my champion portrait. I love this. I really love this. Okay, so let's move on. So laning phase was kind of boring, you know, but whenever I see a Pyke in support that's not in mid lane, he's gonna be bad for sure. I digress when I hit that ultimate though, because I thought he was gonna flash. You can see there's 2 tanks, me and Rammus. Make sure you commit. That's the point of having 2 tanks here. You're tower diving. And I really love this. I think I played with this Samira later on again, and I think we won. So yeah, I was playing this at like 2 a.m. Wait, this is the first match of the day, so it was like 11 p.m. 12 a.m. And when it's late night, when you're playing in this region that I play in, you see the same people, you know. So there's nothing really much to say in my region, at least, because you know we're not in EU, you know, we're not in Asia. So if I want to climb more later on, I'm probably gonna, you know, use a VPN, which sucks. But let's move on to the items. As you can see here, I'm starting to build my Deadmans. You should build Deadmans first if you want to go aggressive with the movement speed. Um, but if you want like the fightability, if that's the word, if you're fighting a lot close range, you're gonna need that Sunfire cape. Sunfire that. Oh look, I hit the Ash. You're gonna need that Sunfire cape because you want that burn damage. It's really useful, especially when you're fighting close range. With the Pike, that would be so scary for him because he has to be close range in order to hit his abilities. Let's see what's happening. As you can see here, I went in balls teeth. I know that I have the second skill advantage, so I'm not really scared of it. The one thing I noticed about this Pike is that he doesn't really use his invisible much. He doesn't use his invis much. He just throws his hook. I'm like, you need to surprise us. You should don't be so oblivious or obvious and just be on stealth. But the pain in the ass of this match, to be honest, was the Gragas. And you'll see why. But we managed to persevere, obviously. This was a dumb fight. I don't know why they were fighting when there's no vision. They could have just started focusing on Dragon over here. So dumb. I was like, I had nothing to say here. We had no choice but to back off. And I passed. So I decided to roam here and take the Herald, considering they took the Dragon. And that's really important. I know I left Samira there. As you can see, she's being 1v3'd by now. But she can handle it herself, to be honest. I would prefer taking this objective more than anything else. The Cinch really didn't do much until later on, so we finished our Deadmans, and I think we're building into Thornmail. As you can see here, Samir went aggro, and they had a perfect ult that made us won that. I mean, granted, it was already like low, you know, like they were already low. But I wanted the Samira to really carry and get fed. That's why I picked Leona in the first place. I was like, I don't think Nami's gonna work here. You know, I was like, okay, my enchanted brain is still thinking, but you know, I was like, I'm a decent Leona player, so I was like, why not? As you can see, the second skill is already maxed out, which is great. And I accidentally leveled up my first skill here when I should have put a point on the third, but you know, we make mistakes, I guess. And now I'm doing my job here with the Deadman's passive to roam around, trying to save that Echo. Boom. People really underestimate that third skill on Leona. They buffed that so many times. Do you guys remember that era where she was like getting nerfed and buffed from left to right? I mean buffed from left to right. She was never nerfed because no one really plays her. But I think she's in that mid spot. Like, she's strong, but no one plays her. Because, you know, people play mages. Okay, I got caught off here. Oop, my bad. Oh, look at my tankiness. Look at the power of tankiness. We have 129 armor on boot. So yeah, do I have I don't have my redemption yet here. But yeah, I have 159 armor, 51 MR. We're gonna change that MR later on. We need to build a lot more MR here. Okay, so as you can see, I bought my Merc Treads already with the redemption. Whenever you're really getting focused on, you need to have that second skill on cooldown. Especially because I think there's a rune where you was there a rune that you gain a shield when you're like at low health? That could really benefit from her with hers if she's really low and then you have the second skill up. That's really nice. You know. You need to I'm not Wildrift supports, you know that YouTuber Wildrift support videos or something? Oh, he stole that. I don't know their pronouns. So they are really good at implementing builds that would fit the style of the champion. So, you know, like he made a video on Morgana with Harmonic Echo, which made me go, huh? But it actually made sense in my head, and I'm probably gonna test that out on a video. We'll see. I was popped. Oh my god. Okay, so at this point of the match, it's 17-13. You know, it's kind of, we're winning, but then Gragas is really annoying. Despite him being so squishy. That the second skill where he drinks, that does a lot. I'm gonna get caught off here again. Why did I ult? It's so hard to hit her ultimate, y'all. I'm not even kidding. That's why I don't really play Leona as much, because it's so hard to hit it. I know there's like a tap and it auto hits, but it doesn't really hit for me. But then again, when I play Leon, I like to aim my ultimate. I don't really like to tap. I don't know why. I guess I'm not that confident, I guess. It's gonna take a while for us to really, you know, kill that Gragas. How is he so broken though? That second skill, whenever he drinks the jug or the barrel, he gets damage reduction, I guess, and he gets an empowered auto attack. So that empowered auto attack plus Sheen is gonna be scary. This became my Gragas video. Oh, look at that Samira skin. That's really nice. Did anyone buy that? Who bought it? Okay. I made a really big mistake here. I could have built something else rather than Thornmail. Like even a Sunfire. This would have been a good Sunfire matchup because the 80s are not really fed. I should have built something else. Force of Nature would have been nice as well, but I built that. We're gonna see that being built later on. There's this random fight happening here. I don't know what. Look at me being proactive. I'm trying to protect this Rammus, but thankfully Rammus is tanky as well. I just realized, look at the bottom of my screen, the stats. When I turn on my second skill, I gain 324 armor. 324 armor with that on. But without it, I have 219 armor and 63 MR. That's crazy. As you can see, Gragas is being a smart person and taking advantage of the objective, which I didn't. Look, he's so squishy, but he's not dying. Like, girl. Ugh. Was he shut down? No. Oh, he was. See. As you can see here, I started building the components for, I guess, Force of Nature. Spectral Cowl. A Force of Nature is the good MR item. It's like the Thornmail for AP. I wouldn't build Spirit Visage on it. You would build English. You would build Spirit Visage when you're against heal champions. So if someone said if you're a Fiora, build it so that Soraka will heal you more. Like that. It increases your healing that you received to you. Or something like that. You get the point. But I don't know what I'm doing here. But yeah, Leona is pretty not used. Out of all the tanks, Thresh is being played a lot. Senna, I have a Senna video finally, but yeah, she doesn't get played a lot. Look at her initiation. It's a really long skill, that third skill. My favorite skill from her, to be honest, next to her ultimate. There's Ken in here trying to make a play here. Good thing they nerfed that because we would have died if that was a little buff. One of the few champions. Who do you guys think is a champion that barely gets played a lot, but it's really strong? To be honest, for me, it's Corki. Corki. Play a Corki match and get back to me, and be like, I told you. And I don't even see Corki, but I know the potential he has because I felt it once. I felt a Corki once. Ew. I felt a Corki once. No, demonetized. But yeah, that's a scary champion. Kennen as well, but I don't really think you need to be a good Kennen player to really utilize Kennen's potential, you know. And I spammed a lot of Senna matches yesterday, and you know, we just slayed the Boots house down, Houston, Texas, right? Because no one plays Senna properly. She's strong. People will rate her in tier list so low. You're rating them so low, and I'm not like naming names here. You know, they're high eloer than me. You know, they're high elo people. They're high rankers than me. So I shouldn't say anything. But you shouldn't be judging so soon, you know. And I've been playing Senna since PC. Okay, I don't want to rant about Senna right now. This is a Leona video. As you can see here, look at that ultimate. Woo woo woo. Okay, this Samira she was ham and cheese. I'm like, calm down, bro. Good thing I was so tanky too. Okay, so back to Senna. Quick. Senna. Okay, I lost my words. She has everything, you know. Someone said this on Reddit. The only thing she lacks is CC. That's true, but she has range. You know. I had a match where we won a 4v5 because the Garen was being a baby. I'll probably make a video on that because I have it recorded. But Senna, guys, play Senna. I'm playing a lot of Senna matches so that I can be top 200. I'm not there yet, so I just have to keep playing. It's gonna be boring, but Senna is not boring to play, to be honest. So fun because I get to be at ADC at the same time, and I did reach 100 stacks with Senna. It was crazy. Anyway, okay, so we finally build our Force of Nature. I don't know what item I was building here at this point. I think I was building, what was that? Zeke's Convergence. That was the item I was building, Zeke's Convergence. I think that's a good item with a mix of MR and AG. As you can see here, look, this wasn't warded. They reacted so slow. And I was on a rampage. Poor Kennen. Ooh! I wonder if that Kennen build Riftmaker. I think Riftmaker is good on Kennen, right? What do you think? Because the trigger of his ult, the lightning, will be like Party City. You know, it will be what's that? The Riftmaker will, it's a Conqueror, right? It will increase his stacks, and then he'll probably do true damage, right? I don't know. I don't play Kennen. I don't play Kennen much. I barely played him on PC. And that's one of the resolutions that I want to talk about, by the way. One of my goals in 2023 in terms of Wild Rift, you know, it's just to be more variety in terms of the champion pool that I have. You know, you'll probably never see me play tank Leona, but you never know. You know, I'm not bad at her, you know. And I do want to get a jungle video out, but I haven't gotten jungle yet in 2023 so far with all support. I did play Teemo once versus an Amumu. Amumu with Leandries, which was smart. I should have picked Gwen over that. Ugh. Okay, what's happening here? It's a mess. Okay, this was a flop. There's 4 people there, and then it was just the 2 of us. Pantheon initiated over here. I ulted, and then I blocked that hook from Pike. You know, you're a support. You have to be the bodyguard for your team, even if that was a tank. He could have gotten executed by the Pike ultimate. Okay, Ashe was dumb here. I tried to initiate here. I was tanky, so I wasn't scared. Pantheon left for the mid lane, so we had an opportunity to kill here. So yeah, Kennen made a mistake. He ulted too early. It was already in ult form when you saw him, when he initiated, so flop. I don't know where Pike went, and I lost him here. I lost him here. He probably went here. If you can see my mouse. Here. Flop. So I made a mistake. You know, but hey, we got the objective. And look, Samira was immediately popped off. Did you see that? Replay this video a few seconds. You'll see her getting popped off on the map. I was really scared by this Rammus, not gonna lie. Boom. Okay, we got the objectives down, you know. Oh. Wow, he's not taking damage, that Rammus. Where was I? Oh, I was there. That was warded. Look how much damage he does. Oh my gosh. Oh, I missed that 3rd skill. I was so mad. Ugh, look at me being a tank. Whoa. See, the Force of Nature really helped me. I needed that. I have 257 armor and 174 magic resist, which is great, right? I don't like playing tank, but when I do, I love seeing the armor and magic resist stacks. Because when you play tank, it's kind of like no brain, but people think it's a big deal, you know. And to the players who wants us to play tank, we know how to play tank. We just don't want to. Like, I don't want to play tank. Because tank is just like being a meat shield. So boring. Look how long her 3rd skill is. I talked about this in the max order part. Okay, look where Pike is and look where I am. 3rd skill. Boom, I'm there. Isn't that crazy? And I was trying to save my Rammus. Good thing he wasn't executed, and then we got the Elder buff. Isn't that cool? This Pantheon, I don't know. Yeah. I, when I killed that Pantheon, I didn't even realize like, oh, I was godlike. That's how you know you're a decent support player. You kind of don't know what's happening with your score. You're just doing it. You're just doing stuff, helping your team, etc. So we're full build actually. Wow, congratulations to me. Honestly, we don't really need the Thornmails, to be honest. I feel like the Deadman's was enough. But if you are against heavy team, do it. If you guys are against healing champs like a Yone, Soraka, build it. I honestly think Sunfire would have been the T here. Yeah. But I don't know. Like, yeah, I think that would have been a better choice because I like the mix of the stats, you know, equal. The Zeke's Convergence is good. Oh, my voice. The Zeke's Convergence is good for, you know, like when like a Samira, because, you know, when you use your ultimate, she does more damage. Pop off. And I love that I've been thinking every single objective here. That's what I love about it. I'm not a slacker for the objectives. People seem to forget about that. In my region, at least, it's all about kills, 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 bills, bills, bills. I'm like, no thank you. You just wanna get the objectives. I prefer the objectives than getting kills. If I get a kill, great. If I don't, I don't care. I want the objectives more. Good thing we didn't have a champion that's an enemy champion that does true damage. Oh, look how I landed at ult. Good thing there isn't an enemy champion that's true damage because that would have killed us. But yeah, that was the gameplay. Let's look at the end screen and let's talk about it. Let's talk about the stats. Okay. The Pyke... Oof. I don't want to talk about it. You know, Kennen, I don't know what he built. Pantheon, he could have gone Lethality actually. Don't you agree? He could have built Lethality. Ashe, I don't know. I think that's a fine build. Ooh. Nah, I was gonna say like he should have done the PC build, the Wit's End too. We don't have that item, the Bloodthirster item, the mythic item. We don't have that here. Never mind. Okay, Samira was great. She built Samira stuff, you know. The Cinch, I kind of judged him too early, but he persevered in the end. Rammus, love him. You know, I'm gonna see him tonight, you know, if I play late. Yeah, and I popped off, see? I'm surprised I wasn't MVP. I mean, hello. But let's look at the after effects, the stats over here. Am I gonna click it? Am I gonna click it? Am I gonna click it? Oh, I'm on pause. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, see, I did 6,295 of the tanking. You know, I'm surprised I tanked more than Rammus. I'm surprised Cinch tanked more than Rammus. Yeesh. So yeah, that was the purpose of you playing as a tank, you know. And people think I don't know that because I play enchanters. Ha ha ha. Excuse me. But yeah, that was the I was gonna say Samira, Leona video. I hope you guys learned something from this in this almost 30-minute video. You know, I used to be so scared of long videos, but I guess this is great. Make sure you guys comment what you think of this video and, you know, any champions that you want me to try out in the support. I'm not saying non-meta, but I do want, you know, I don't mind it. You know, I don't really care anymore. But yeah, if you guys like to subscribe, you know, like the video or don't. If you want to support me, donate to my coffee, which all of the links will be in the description below. I also have a Discord, so if you want to join. If you don't. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year's, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.